Our job as parents is to lead our kids to sainthood, but what happens if you are a parent who is committed to Jesus and committed to living a life of holiness, but your spouse isn't on board? What happens if you are Catholic and your spouse doesn't have a faith life? What happens if you're leading your kids to heaven alone? That situation can be extremely difficult because not only are you trying to lead an unwilling spouse to heaven, but you are also trying to lead your kids to heaven. I experienced this firsthand when just growing up with one parent that was very Catholic, very committed to their faith, and then the other parent didn't have a faith life at all. And so I saw how extremely difficult that this situation can be. So first of all, I want to encourage you. God knows your situation intimately. God knows your kids and He knows you. He gave your kids to you and your spouse for a reason. And He will give you the grace that you need in order to parent your kids and lead them to heaven. Secondly, I want to empower you. Don't give up. You are the only example that your kids are going to have of a faithful Catholic at home. Commit to going to Mass. Commit to going to confession. Make prayer at home something that is daily. Make sure it's built into your bedtime routine. Make sure it happens often. Ask the Holy Spirit to help you because He will. It's also important that your kids are around other families that have a deep faith. Get to know your priest, your local missionaries, and other families that are striving for holiness so that your kids can have another example of what it looks like to be walking towards heaven. Lastly, pray for your spouse. Fast for your spouse. Love your spouse unconditionally. Respect your spouse even when it's difficult. Remember that God desires the salvation of your spouse more than you do. So pray and trust in that.